There are not many sports where men and women compete alongside each other on an equal footing. Horse racing is one of them. However, it wasn't until the late 1960s that the Jockey Club permitted women to train in their own names. Although a few strong-willed women did train, they did so secretly, appearing on the race card under their husbands' names or those of their assistants.
In 1938, the winner catalogue was actually trained by a woman, forced by the rules of racing to use her husband's name.
So New Zealand springs another surprise, and the 8-year-old catalogue, the oldest horse in the race, rises from obscurity to win one of the world's greatest turf classics, the Melbourne Cup.
Since restrictions were lifted, increasing numbers of women have entered the sport with increasing success. Those that have do so with great passion.
I just adore the horses. That's why I started in the beginning. When I first worked for my dad, I went there, I had a pair of espadrilles on and a skirt. And he said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'll work with the horses, Dad." And from there onwards, I just didn't stop. And I think I was about 14 years old, and that was me, you know, mucking out boxes and just being with the horses. That was it.
It's so exciting. We get to deal with them from when they come in as youngsters and see them through their career, and it's so exciting being able to be involved and prepping the horses for race day.
I'm trained by Lola Crawford. I think that's Lola's second career winner as a trainer.
It's getting up in the mornings. You know, I've worked at Summerveld for 26 years now. I worked for Tony Finesse for 12 years, and getting up every single day is never ever a hassle. It's just the most beautiful place to train racehorses. I've got 60 horses in training at the moment, and to see their faces over their stable doors as you arrive, a lot of them call out. And getting to track and watching the horses go through their paces and hearing the hoof beats on the sand, and it's just such a thrill.
For me, it's the whole lifestyle. It's a way of life. It's been my way of life since I was 15 years old. You know, I rode in the first ladies race when I was 15 at Clarewood, had to get up early in the morning, ride the racehorses, and I've been doing it ever since.
It's in the blood. I grew up with horses, and I just love being around them, and also the competition, the competitive side of it.
Kochka wins it. Well done to the Ellison Wright stable and Glenhead. Put your hands together for number 9, Kochka.
It's just so exciting to see that horse that you've trained, you know, go over that winning post first. It's just an amazing feeling, and they're just fantastic animals to work with.
And it's Delray Beach going on to win it. Delray Beach has won it.
This is actually one sport where a woman can be equal to the man, you know. And maybe the only sort of difference is maybe the woman brings a bit of a softer side to it.
I think we've got a little bit of a softer touch to the males, and being a little bit softer, I think you can get a lot more out of some of the horses. Some of them do, some of the colts and the bigger horses enjoy you being hard on him, but the fillies, your little fillies and that, I think a woman trainer just brings out the best in them.
Maybe us ladies give a little bit more attention to detail, and maybe we try and work out each horse as it presents itself, and sometimes the silly fillies. Sometimes you lose and sometimes you win, and you're trying to work them out.
We have a lot more patience and we have a lot more empathy.
I like to think we're a little bit more maybe intuitive, give the horses a bit more personal attention. I've noticed a lot of lady trainers seem to have slightly smaller yards compared to the male counterparts, so maybe the horses get a little bit more individual attention.
Flight, well done to the Lola Crawford stable.
Women possibly accept each and every individual for what they are. Not all horses are going to make it in racing, but I think we accept that others are suitable for other disciplines as well. And in my stable, we're absolutely passionate about each and every horse and making sure that they have a life after racing as well.
So what advice do they have for other young women wanting to enter the sport?
I think they've got to realise that it's a way of life. You know, it's 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. It's hard work, but if they're passionate about it and they're willing to put in the hours, and you know, they certainly can get into it as any other male can do it. I think having backing is a huge help, you know, financially, but yeah, it's all about the lifestyle, I think.
The best advice I would give a young person is work your hardest. Don't get up in the morning and think, oh geez, another day's work, because then you'll never make it in this game. Get up in the morning and think, what can I do today? What new can I learn today?
You know, go and get in with a big stable. I think that's a lot easier than in with the smaller stables. You're then exposed to more owners and you meet more people, which I think is important for later on in your career.
Start early, because there's a huge time requirement before you can actually qualify as a trainer. So the earlier you start, the better.
It's a tough job. It's got to become a way of life, you know, it's something that you've got to love. Hours can be tough, lots of highs and lows, in fact more lows than there are highs, and you have to be diligent and you have to really, really love what you do.
If you had your life over again, would you do this?
Just earlier.
I would never change it for the world.